Well, you're sounding good yourself there, 112 Kansas. Super clean audio, good signal. Got you at 5 and 7, and I'm running a different radio than what I usually run. I'm running a Radio Shack HTX10.
We're going to try to get in here and see if we can reach 695 Rich down there in Colima, Mexico. We're only going to be doing 100 watts. What some people call QRP. In today's world, we all know QRP is much lower than that for CB radios. So, anyway, moving on.
Well, you know what? I usually run an Anytone Quad 6, and yeah, I'm very happy with the Anytones, man, and Anytone has real good quality audio on sideband. I can tell you that. Your audio is very good, top notch.
QSK.
Right there, 112. We have some fine one out there. So there's a lot of other stations in the U.S. talking here. But the conditions are kind of weird. I'm able to hear you all, but you all sometimes only hear me.
Jamaica 112 Kansas, 145 Jamaica, got you loud and clear.
CQ, how about it? 695 Colima, Mexico. How about it, Rich? 498 John, St. Louis. We're trying.
Hey, 498 John, 695, man. Hear you loud and clear.
Hey, buddy, how you doing, man? It's been about a week or two, three since we've had a chance to talk. I heard you were on 100 watts, so I thought I'd go to 100 watts and see if we couldn't have a QSO there, Roger.
Roger, Mr. 112 Kansas.
112 kind of stepped on you there, Tom. You want to take it down to 55, 355?
355 it is.
And you copy.
I copy you. Great. Go right ahead, Rich.
Copy. Yeah, I'm running a different radio today. The Radio Shack HTX10. Over.
Well, she sounds pretty good. I don't think she sounds as good as your other radio, but she sounds real good, Rich, and I'm able to hear you and understand you. You've got a good signal. I'm making a little gate of you right now. I hope. Let's see. Well, yeah, it looks like it's running. So I'm making a little gate for you there, Rich, and I'll put it out there on Highlander 498 video gates. I'll make it a short or something like that, so I'll be able to label it with your name, Roger.
Copy there, John. Yeah, man, I've been watching your videos, man. You have a nice station, man. You have a nice setup there, man. My setup is like a setup from the 1970s. You know what I mean? Well, maybe not. Maybe a 1980s setup. You know, with these old radios.
Well, there's a certain allure to that cannot be identified or mistaken. I'm telling you, I find myself, I walk into guys' shacks and they've got old radios, they've got new radios, and I find myself migrating to the older radios first, and then after I'm done, I'll wander over and look at the new ones and things like that. But thank you so much for the compliment on the station. It's I don't know. It's awfully, hard to be out here on the radio and not have anybody to talk to. So I'm so glad the Skip has returned for us a little bit, Roger.
Copy there, John. Well, John, I don't know, man. You have some nice equipment there. I don't know if you wander on the handbands or not, man, or if you're just strictly at 11 meters. Right now, I'm strictly 11 meters myself. Even though I think I remember telling you that I had lost my amateur radio license, my general class, because I had a heart attack, and then when I tried to renew, I had some technical issues there with the website, and anyhow, I lost it. And then I moved to Mexico, and then anyhow, I tried to regain my old call sign, and I don't know, I had to get a new FRN number or something, and now, so now I have a technician's class license, and studying to get my extra class. The only reason I'm getting a U.S. amateur radio license is so that way I do not have to take the written exam here in Mexico in Spanish. They'll just, as long as I have a U.S. call sign, all I have to do is pay the fees, and they'll issue me a Mexican call sign. So that's the plan for that. And conditions pretty soon, man. We'll be running out of skip here on 11 meters, man. So looks like 40 meters is a way to go to continue our conversation.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm hoping that we'll have a reoccurrence of it's 11-year cycles, but every once in a while it kind of flubs up a little bit and gives us a little bit more. So I'm hoping we get that. But yeah, I'm 2 tests away from taking the technician license, and then we'll get that scheduled and get that passed, and moving right on into the general. And definitely got to get there because it's going to get a little bit difficult to talk to friends. I mean, it's a rare occurrence. I've had weeks of silence there, Rich.
Yeah, I haven't been on here in a while, and I was a couple of weeks ago. I came out for a little bit, only because I was on the Facebook, and people were saying there's no skip, there's no conditions. What are we going to do? And well, I popped up, and I had conditions into the U.S. to a lot of stations. So by me moving out here to Mexico, it opened up a whole different pattern, skip pattern for where I used to be able to only talk East Coast, from California, and every once in a while Australia and Hawaii and stuff. From here, I'm able to talk everywhere in the U.S. at once, basically, and shoot across the pond there to Spain and to England and all them stations too. Much easier.
Hey, Roger D on that. Yeah, you're definitely a guy that's very busy. I'll tell you that. I think I saw a picture of you. Does your last name start with a G? I think it does. I think you were up on an antenna tower a little ways. Was that you, Rick?
Yeah. Back in the early 2000s and stuff, I owned a two-way radio communications company in California. The company was Nighthawk Communications. And that there, I just climbed up on the tower. My girlfriend at the time took a picture, just for picture purposes. But we were up there changing out a Kenwood 851 repeater that we were setting up for GMRS on Saddle Peak in Southern California.
Oh, that's fascinating. That's fascinating. Well, you definitely have your experience behind you there and ahead of you too there, Rick. Boy, I tell you what, you always come in here really, really well. I've been listening to you for I don't know, maybe an hour or something like that, and I was doing errands around the house and stuff like that, and I thought, well, I'm not going to turn on the amp. I'm just going to reach over and turn the power up to 100 watts and sing out to Rich and see if he can hear me.
Yeah, man. Well, you're sounding real good, man. It's sounding good. Like right now, I'm only running. Let's see here. On the peak meters on. This is running about 100 watts. 100 watts approximately. And it's on the Radio Shack HTX10, but I'm going into the small KL203. So the KL203 is what's giving me the power. I turn it off right there, and I'm peaking about 10 watts right there.
I can hear you fine at 10 watts, my friend. Yeah, you came down. There's no doubt about that. You came down. I can I can reduce my power as we're talking. I'm down 75, 50 watts, 50 watts, 40, 30 watts, 20 watts. We're down to 10 watts right now, Rich. 10 watts, 5 watts. 5 watts, Rich. We're on 5 watts. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, man. I heard you on 5 watts, but you came down very much, right into the noise.
Roger D on that. Yeah, I figured I would. I was dialing it down as I was talking there, and as I'm looking here, I don't even have a receive amplifier on you, and you're still hitting me with a 7. I'll turn it on whenever I unkey.
Yeah, copy. Oh, this radio has a what do you call it? A stingy meter here. It doesn't receive as good as the Anytone, but I figured I'd give the Anytone a little rest there and see how this thing was getting out. And anyhow, I still haven't repaired my tube amplifier. My tube amplifier is still sitting on the shelf there, and I still haven't picked up the messenger amp from Guadalajara. It's just a long way to go, so I don't want to go do a special trip just for that. So once I have something else to do, I'll pick that up. So I was going to tell you, man. Yeah, man. Study, man. Get your general. It's a lot easier now. You could take practice tests online and everything, and there's a lot of good people out there on amateur radio also. It's just the same, man. You're gonna find some good people, you're gonna find some bad people, just like here.
Boy, I know. I do go up and listen from time to time, Rich, just to hear, what it's like. And you're right. You've got your very, very professional individuals, and then you've got your, well, we'll call them less than professional individuals, okay? Um, yeah, I'm currently I'm practicing on the test there. I've taken 20 of 22 tests, and Rich, I'm not bragging, but I've got a degree in electronic communications, so I got 100% on 20 of the tests so far.
I think you'll be okay, man. You don't need anything else, and you'll be happy because you're going to find quite a lot of us that are here right now. When the skip cycle is kind of dead, you're gonna find us up there, and we're gonna say, is that John? Is that Mike? Is that Rick? It sounds like it, but he's not yelling 695 Mexico.
You're so right. It'll be a cluster, there for a while until we learn everybody's call signs. But I got to get to work, man, because that technician only gets me up into 10 meters. I didn't get me up into 40.
Acabo de ver, papá, no vi nada, pero a ver, coméntame, a ver.
Yeah, you kind of dropped out there.
All right, give me just a moment. Okay. All right, Rich, did that help any?
Oh, yeah. It came up. Like I said, this thing has a stingy meter, but your audio came up, and I did see an improvement on the signal also. Yeah, man. So I'm telling you, man. And then there's a whole bunch of other modes and stuff. I've been trying to get people to download the Zello app, and just a certain amount of people, and start a Zello channel, and it kind of runs like a digital FM or digital repeater. You could have channels, kind of like the old Nextel.
Absolutely. We used to use that on back when I was in the 28 Good Time gang, and I was an AMer most of the time. We would use that for check-in. You know what I mean? And that way you didn't have to try to scream your lungs out into a radio and try to get over somebody. You just had to be quicker than them on the key. But no, I've been thinking about integrating that into the Highlander 498 video gate experience there, and That way, anybody who can't make it onto the gate, they can certainly communicate to us via Zello and still get on the gate. So, yeah, we're thinking about doing a variety of things, and well, I tell you what, yeah, Zello is a pretty cool little device. I like it.
And the good thing is like you could. There's a guy here in Mexico that, and I'm pretty sure some guys in the U.S. are doing the same. They're creating a private channel, with a password, and they're using it to key a FM transmitter, and so they're stuck on one frequency because they cannot change the frequencies through the Zello of their station, but they're basically mobiling around town and keying up their, let's say, their 2-meter radio and hitting the repeaters, full quieting, or full scale, and they're running it through Zello. You know what I mean? So like they're using it as a remote radio.
Excellent, excellent. So they can kind of bunny hop all over the place if they want to, right?
Yeah. So basically, what happens is they key on the Zello, and their base station, the Zello that's connected to their base radio, keys up, so they're listening. But they could key it because they have it set that after 1 minute, it's set to like after a minute, they could key up their Zello and talk. So once they key up from their phone, it knocks the base station into transmit mode, and you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to tell you? It's so they could key up their radio and talk again.
Absolutely. It isolates them away, and they can go ahead and make their communications in amongst all the bigger stations and things like that. That's what I'm picturing. Is that correct, Rich?
Yeah. So basically, instead of having a handheld, a walkie-talkie, they're just using their Android or their Apple phone and the internet. And they're out there around town, and they could just key their 2-meter or 440 or whatever radio, and but they're set to one frequency on the amateur side.
Yeah, that would have its limitations, but still very, very cool. Is there nothing, I mean, honestly, between you and me, is there nothing, Hams, which I'm going to be one, is there nothing we won't do?
No, there's nothing we won't do. And, of course, you've heard of, they have the apps now where you're able to basically be on your phone and control your HF station and change antennas and change power settings and change the frequency and call CQ, So, I'm surprised that some people are not running that on, there's probably a few that's probably running it here on 11 meters.
Well, Rich, I was an IT manager for American Airlines and Edward Jones, and well, I tell you what, I definitely think that integration is going to be a wonderful thing there, because we'll be able to do all kinds of fun stuff with our radios. I know currently with my current setup, I need what's called a SCU-LAN, SCU LAN, and I was a local area network technician for years, so I'm going to set up a SCU-LAN here at the home, and that's supposed to allow me a gateway right into my radio for control and for transmission.
Yeah, that's what you need. I don't know. Have you seen the W2RE videos on YouTube? W2RE. He sets up big giant super stations on amateur radio. $40,000, $100,000 towers and stuff. Have you seen that?
No, Rich, I haven't seen it. I'll have to take a look at it there. Boy, I tell you what, he's out of my price range.
Yeah, well, I guess most of his customers are just, 80-year-old hams that are about to die and have a lot of dinero.
Well, that is probably the very, very truth there. boy, I'm gonna hate it when we lose the older guys. You know what I'm saying? And here I am calling other people older guys. I need to look in the mirror.
I'm the same way. I used to see older guys. A lot of the, like I said, I've lost a lot of friends from amateur radio and CB over the years, and I'm going to be 58 this year, 5'8". So I'm already crossing the bridge.
Buddy, I'm 64. I'm going to be 65. Don't tell anybody. I'm glad this is a private conversation.
This is a good thing. It's a private channel. At least the AMers can't hear it.
Well, that's true. That's true. Absolutely. What's going on down there anyway? You guys having good weather and stuff? I hate to be, kind of blatant about it, but doggone it, it looks like it's getting ready to rain here. And, see, it's about 44 degrees outside here, Rich.
90 degrees, 90 degrees. Even the iguanas are wearing bikinis today.
I love it. Iguana bikinis. I'd like to see you try to get one of those on there, but that's another story. Yeah, it is strange. I am half the temperature that you are right now, and boy, we got a bunch of cats in here, and they've got the zoomies. Rich, I need help.
Oh man, I wish I could send you some of this heat, and you could send me some cold weather, man. But yeah, man, check out W2RE. W2RE on the. I think he's also on Facebook, but he has a lot of videos on YouTube.
Okay, I wrote it down. W2RE. I wrote it down. I'll check it out and give him a little bit of time, because it sounds like he might have some interesting things. Thanks for sharing that, Rich. I appreciate that.
Yeah, he has some super stations out of Maine there, and he's running like dual antennas for 40 meters. Dual antennas for this, dual antenna. He runs a lot. He's running heliax, coax, and stuff. He's not running no RG213, man.
So this is a serious individual. You can tell that from the beginning. Sounds to me like he's a tinkerer. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised as soon as he got his system up and ran it for a month or two that he didn't start changing things. What do you think?
Oh yeah, that's what he does. And so I've seen him on his cell phone talking through his base station in Maine to somebody in Europe, and he's giving signal reports and everything, and and not only he's running dual antennas, 160 feet up in the air, he's running, I think more than 1.5 kW. Even though that's what they say they're running legal limits, I'm thinking he's running about 5-10K.
Oh, yeah, he is, with all that kind of equipment and access to everything that he has access to. It's a given. Heck, I've got guys around me right here that run 3,000 to 5,000 watts all the time on sideband. And, you and I are proof that, 100 watts gets you where you need to go. If the conditions are for you and you're meant to talk, you're going to talk.
Yeah, one time I was out here, and I was telling people I was running, 10 watts, and which I was, and some guy came up and said I was lying, that I was running a lot more, that I was. He said I was taking out people that he knew were running 1,500 watts, and I was knocking them out. And I go, well. I ran 10 watts, and they goes, but if you want me to run some power, and I flipped on the messenger for, and that brought me up to about 800 watts, and he said the needle all of a sudden just pegged to the end and came back really slowly.
Well, I guess he found out, didn't he? I guess he found out. Let's see, what am I on here, 100 watts? No, I'm on 40 watts. Okay, let me come up. Okay, I'm back up to 100 watts, Rich. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Did you see, did my signal drop?
A little bit, but I got you good.
Yeah, like I said, I'm still running, hello. I'm running 100 watts right here, but I'm pushing this KL203 to the, like Scotty would say, to the limit.
I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. I know the feeling. Yeah, I'm running 100 watts right now. Well, actually 109 watts. 109 watts right now according to the meter, and I've got point four reflect. Point four reflect.
Copy. Point four reflect. I'm running into a manual antenna tutor, so I'm pretty much 1.0 on the reflect.
Why, you joker, you cheating on me. No, that's great. That's great. Yeah, I probably should get a tuner and have one here, but I just don't, and then I've got the internal tuner here, but it really from what I can tell, it tunes to the amplifier and gives a great match to the amplifier. And then I've got a good match on the antenna out there, and it'll ebb and flow a little bit with a little bit of condensation, but it's just a little here and there. But no, the internal tuner on the radio seems to tune to the amplifier.
Yeah, that's right. That's how I have it. I have this is how I got it. I got my radio, which is right now the Radio Shack, and that's going into the little small KO203, and from there, the antenna tuner has a watt meter on it, and then from there I go to my external watt meter, and I'm looking at my watt meter on the antenna tuner, and I look at the meter on top of it, and they're both the same. So I figured they're true. I mean, I'm verifying what it is.
Oh, absolutely. You're doing it right. You're doing it right. There's no doubt about it. I'm hearing you wonderfully. I'm currently doing 112 watts though. It whatever, it likes to move up there a little bit, and sometimes it'll be a little lower, but I'm very pleased with it so far. Well, I tell you, anything else going on down south of the border, my friend? I'm trying to think of things we can talk about.
No, I don't know. I'm trying to organize the topless bikini contest, but nobody wants to take me on it.
Well, I would come to it, but boy, that'd be a scary sight because I don't look too good topless.
Well, I was talking for the senoritas,
Oh, I know what you were talking about, but I had to get in there and get under your skin a little bit, Rich.
Copy. Hold on, there's somebody in there. Go ahead to the other station. You got Highlander out there in the U.S., and this is Rick 695 in Mexico. Who is this again? 337 in San Diego. Copy that, 337 San Diego. This is 695 Rick in Colima. Do you hear Highlander out there? S8, copy. It's all the conditions today, over. Hey, John, do you hear San Diego?
I do not hear San Diego. I do not hear San Diego. I wish I could, though. I'm sorry.
Hey, San Diego, he does not hear you. He's over in, northeast U.S. So where are you at, John? I forgot.
I'm 80 miles west of St. Louis, Missouri, right in the very center of the state of Missouri, my friend.
He's out there in the center of the state of Missouri. Don't they say Missouri there, John?
Well, some people do, but most of the people that come from Missouri calls it Missouri.
Yeah, he's over in Missouri, over. Yeah, I'm in Colima, Mexico. Thank you so much, 73s, and enjoy Cinco de Mayo. Yo traigo una what was that? Un rollo eso de polarizado. Fiestas patrias, yeah, but today is the Cinco de Mayo, which is a celebration of the Battle of Puebla, and so yeah. But today is so hot here in Colima, even the iguanas are using bikini. 7-3.
Now, Colima, Mexico is going to come back in here really well. He's got a great station, doesn't he? I hear him talking to everybody all over the world. So he's really got it going. So glad that you're here and you're getting a chance to hear him.
Thank you so much for the signal report. This is Rick 695. I'm in Colima City, Mexico, on Mexico's west coast, in between Acapulco and Puerto Vallarta. Over. Colima, Colima. Copy. Do you hear a Highlander out there? He's in Missouri. Copy. Yeah, you're correct. You're too close for skip and too far for the ground wave. Yeah. See, this is where the 40-meter band will come in play. Yeah, Mexico's changed a lot there since those days, man. And the one thing about Mexico, especially coming from the U.S., is that once you cross, and all of a sudden you see all the police are driving pickup trucks, and on the back of the police trucks, you see soldiers, Marines, Navy, you see Army, and you see the Green Army trucks, and you see all this all patrolling Mexico and stuff, and you would think you're in the middle of a war zone, which in some states you probably are, but here in Colima, it's just I wave at them and they wave back, and I even saw them at a store, like an AM/PM type store. They call them or 7-Eleven type stores. Anyhow. And I tried buying them all Coca-Cola, and they didn't take it, man. So they cannot take gifts. All right, folks, I got a phone call and I gotta go. Highlander, I gotta go, man. The wife is calling. I have to go pick her up. So 73s, and thank you for the QSO to everybody out there, and I'll be looking for that video.
Alrighty, buddy. We'll put it on there real soon. No doubt about it. You're sounding great up here. 695, Colima, Mexico. UDX 498 Highlander. Sending 73s. You be careful on your trip to pick up the wife. And happy Cinco de Mayo to you, my friend. Celebration and celebration. We'll drink some wine later to make it up. Okay, catch you later. 498 clear.
498 695 Mexico. Clear. Thank you, everybody. Bye bye.
Bye bye now. We'll catch you later.